Hey there, this week's show is brought to you by the 2010 Glazer Kennedy Not to Be Missed Info Summit, which registration closes down in just a few days. Take a look at the calendar because on October the 15th, that's it. We're not taking any more registration after that. So if you want to be there at the place, then go ahead and click on the banner to the right for more details. On today's show, we have an interview with the Working Mom's creator, Mary Ellen Tribby herself, one of my favorite people in the whole world, an outrageous S&D example that made me proud, and an answer to a question from a Glazer Kennedy Gold member. I want to welcome everybody to No BS Live. This is the place for prosperity without all the bull that you normally hear online. Okay, a few weeks ago, Mary Ellen Tribby, the mom behind Workingmomsonly.com, and formerly with Early to Rise, and she's going to be one of the speakers at this coming Info Summit, paid me a visit at the Glazer Kennedy headquarters right here in Towson, Maryland. And now, while she was here, she was nice enough to allow me to interview her for today's episode of No BS Live TV. So go ahead. You're going to really, really like meeting this lady. Roll that tape. Well, hi, everybody. I'm here with a very special interview for you that kind of was like a last-minute decision to do, but I just spent the day with Mary Ellen Tribby, who is one of the smartest people that I know, and especially in the info publishing space. And Mary Ellen was previously the CEO of Early to Rise, division of Agora Publishing, big company, now has left and created her own thing, which is called Workingmomsonly.com. And she's also going to be one of our featured speakers at the upcoming Info Summit. And as soon as you hear her talk, you understand why. So first question I have for you is this, tell us about Workingmomsonly.com. Why did you decide to go in this direction?
Okay, well, I'd love to. Before Workingmomsonly.com, for the previous 4 years, as CEO and publisher of Early to Rise, I was constantly teaching people how to start online businesses, teaching them about direct response marketing, internet marketing, and how to have a better lifestyle, how to make more money. And during this time, I would do a lot of public speaking, and women would come up to me all the time and they would say, how can you run a $30 million company, have 3 kids, write a best-selling book, and travel around the world speaking when I just had a baby and I can't brush my teeth? And this happened all the time. And these moms were always with me. They were always, always with me. And it is my belief that working moms have more responsibility in what our world is going to look like than any other single group of people. They also have more influence on what our world is going to look like. Women, working moms are everywhere. They're in hospitals, they're in courtrooms, they're in the private sector, they're in the entrepreneurial world. And so I needed to, it was something I needed to do. So Workingmomsonly.com was created to help these working moms have a healthier, wealthier, more balanced, blended lifestyle. Before Early to Rise, I was president of Waste Research, and I've always been in this very male-dominant world. And when I was having my kids, there weren't any role models for me because everybody was, this man working, and I had to create my own systems and my own strategies. And that's what we're about. We're about a community supporting each other and helping one another have a better life.
And I'm assuming that people can find you at Workingmomsonly.com.
Yes, they can.
We'll put that URL up on the screen also to make sure people can find it. And if you're watching this, and if you are a working mom, it's certainly right for you. But at the same time, obviously everybody knows working moms, and they should be telling their friends about this and sending people there as well. And I know that the feedback that you've had now is amazing because you're known as somebody that provides just great, valuable content, and that's what they'll find there at that site. I do want you to take just a few moments and talk about you speaking at the Info Summit. As you know, I'm delighted to have you there. Whenever you go speak any place, you're always, when you're rated, you're always like one of the #1 rated speakers that's out there, which I'm just glad that I've never shared the stage with you before, so I don't have to compete with that. So you're just known as being a person that provides great content. So talk to everybody about what you'll be sharing with people at the Info Summit.
Great. Well, really, the one thing that I want people to understand is what I do and what I teach are the exact same things. So the things I'm going to share are the kind of things that took Early to Rise from $8 million to $26 million in 15 months, the thing that took Weiss Publishing from $11 million to $67 million in 12 months, and the same strategies that I use now to grow my business. So we're going to talk about these information publishing, information marketing, almost case studies, the things that I actually did and the results. And how that they can be duplicated and how you can do them, how anybody can do them. As long as you have the foundation for business. You can't, too many people right now think that they could put, bricks on top of swampland and they're going to have a solid business. But you've got to have that foundation. So we're going to start there and we're going to work our way up.
And what I like, as we were talking today, during our sort of cross-diagnosis day that we did today, I love the fact that you share with me that oftentimes you work with almost brand new startup companies and get them to be really good info product companies. So it's not just starting with $8 million baseline, but it's also, you could almost be starting from scratch, because a lot of the people, certainly not the majority, but many of the people that come to the Info Summit, they are new to info marketing. Right. They understand it's a great business, it's a very profitable business, high margin business, but they want to figure out what's the right roadmap to get started. And your content is really perfect for those folks as well.
It is. First of all, I believe info publishing is the best business in the world. I love it. I recommend everybody do this. It's crazy not to. And we can take it from where you start. And that's another issue. Like today, what's out there, a lot of people who are teaching, they're teaching kind of in the middle or towards, the top, as opposed to where you really begin. So I'm, basically what I did to start WorkingMomsOnly.com, I had many people who asked if they could invest in my company, and I turned down every single check. Okay, I took $10,000 out of my personal checking account, opened a business account, and that's what I started with.
Well, and that's a great story, because, that's not a big barrier to entry.
No.
I will tell you something that I will disagree with you about one thing, though.
What's that?
I don't think info marketing is the best business in the world. I think info marketing is the business everybody should be in, because the truth of the matter is that even if you plan to never sell one thing, the status and the credibility that you get by being an info marketer to help your other business to move from being a seller of something to being an expert in something makes all the difference in the world.
And when you think about it, everybody is an expert in something. If you've been raising German Shepherds, for the last 20 years, you are an expert in that. And, it's a great place to have that niche. Years ago, that wouldn't be a business. It is a business today.
Yeah, and if you're not an expert in something, you know an expert.
Right.
That you could actually promote that other expert in something.
Exactly. So there's really no reason not to do it.
Everybody should do it.
Yes.
So listen, you'll see Mary Ellen Tribby there at the Info Summit. One of the smartest ladies, one of the smartest people I know that is out there. You'll want to certainly hear her message, and we look forward to seeing everybody here at the Info Summit. So let me ask you a question. Will it blend? Will it blend? Yeah. If you're into social media marketing, you've most likely seen at least one episode of Will It Blend, which is a viral video campaign by Blendtec. And if you haven't, you will in just a few seconds. Well, let's go ahead and take a look.
Will it blend? That is the question. I love my new iPad. It does a ton of cool things. But will it blend? That is the question. Doesn't quite fit in the jar, but I can take care of that.
No!
I knew I could get the iPad in a Blendtec Total Blender. I think I'll press the iBlend button. Whew. Oh, pad smoke. Don't breathe this. Ah, that was one tough pad.
Now that was really neat, right? It's also been pretty successful for Blendtec, the company that manufactures the blender. It's led to invaluable media coverage for the company, and their products and their retail sales have increased by over, ready, 700%. But why was the campaign so successful? Well, first of all, the campaign is consistent with the brand and the strategy. It engages the customers. It creates my favorite kind of content, which is outrageous content. And of course, it's easy to share. You share it right on YouTube. So now you can understand how to blend it all together. Sorry, no pun intended. Now, once again, I want to remind everybody that this week's show is brought to you by the 2010 Glazer Kennedy Information Marketing Summit, and the deadline to register ends on October 15th. There's no more waiting around. There's no more procrastination. You got to go ahead and register. You got to be there. You will be ecstatic that you are. Now, you can just find out all the information about this by just clicking on the banner on the sidebar to the right. And now it's time for Ask Bill. That's me. Now, our question from this week comes from No BS Live viewer Jeremy Trahan. And Jeremy says, if you are trying to sell online marketing tools or educational products to business owners, should you try to market to them offline? Does it appear to them as being contrary to what you're trying to sell? Well, Jeremy, I hear this question a lot, and I'm going to tell you something right now. A lot of internet marketers that I know, people that are selling online or selling online products or services, only market online. And I'm going to tell you something. That is a huge mistake. Glazer Kennedy, we use every kind of media we possibly can, online, offline media, and we will market online stuff offline as well as you should, because here's why. Different people respond to different kinds of media. There's a basic marketing principle, which is diversity leads to stability. The more diverse you are in the media that you actually use, the better the results that you have. So some people you can send all the emails in the world to, you can send them all the tweets that you can send out, and you can put all the posts on Facebook, but they are offline people. I'm an offline person. I respond much, much better to offline things than I do to online. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to tap your entire market, don't just limit yourself to online. And thinking that because you're selling online products or services, you should be online only is a big mistake. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for your question. Because you sent it in, we're going to send you our Web Deal of the Week. Jessica, who just got married, everybody. Jessica, tell everybody what it is.
Hi, Jessica here, bringing you this week's Beat the Clock web deal. Dan Kennedy lets you sneak away with the exact same money-making tools and profit strategies that others have paid thousands for. Now available to you in a confidential special report, you'll discover how to solve all your advertising, marketing, and sales problems fast and forever, how to turn mailing lists into money, and much, much more. Beat the clock and invest in the best of Dan Kennedy at 51% off and even get free shipping, but only until Monday, October 18th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Check the banner for more details.
So how would you like to have your marketing question answered just like Jeremy did, live on No BS Live TV? Well, all you have to do is leave your question below in the comment section, and if you're chosen, your question will be answered live right here on No BS Live TV, and you'll win our Web Deal of the Week. All right, everybody, that's it for this week's episode. But before you go, I want you to tell me how you implement the things that you learn. Do you lock yourself into your office for hours until you're done, or do you spread things out and implement them one by one? Or do you have another approach? Let me know in the comments section below before you leave. And just one more thing before I go. Here's my special gift for watching. This week's special gift is the book Advertising Secrets of the Written Word by my good friend Joe Sugarman, who also wrote Triggers. And every business owner should know how to write good copy, or at least know what good copy is. And this book is a great resource to make sure your copy comes out on top. And since you tuned in today, I'm going to send it to you for just $1 plus shipping and handling. But you've got to act fast. These special gifts tend to run out very fast. As a matter of fact, we only have 27 of these books to give away. So go ahead and click on the image on this page to get yours. I'm Bill Glazer, and this is No BS Live. I want to thanks for watching. Remember, this is the place for prosperity without all the bull that you normally hear online. Bye.